magnifying glass and the UV light out of my van. She told me that she didn't need to, and she declined to even look at my skin, nor did she want to get close to me. And she said that there was nothing wrong with me. And I said, well, if you're not going to look, how can you tell if there's nothing wrong with me? So for the first time, after all this long period of time of all my tests being sabotaged and constantly trying to get treated and find out what parasite I was dealing with, the woman starts giving me protocols on how to deal with a parasite infection. I said, why are you telling me how I should deal with any protocols about parasites if I don't have any parasites? And I said, why aren't you treating me? And there's nothing wrong with you. The Sabin Institute is trying to come up with the money for research for a vaccine. What has been approved for a vaccine for human testing, I think it has failed as a vaccine, but as a treatment would be successful because it kills these parasites. Kaiser Permanente has advertised on their radio stations across Southern California that the doctors and staff have integrity that we can trust, and I trusted them, and now my health is being badly affected because lab tests and medical records have been sabotaged, and instead of referring me to a specialist in this field because apparently the Kaiser and the staff don't want to deal with it, they sabotage medical records and lab tests, which is unethical. In fact, if I die from this, Dr. So-Jin Lee should be brought up on murder charges. She had the samples in front of her, the worms in front of her in a plastic bag. She lied on her medical records that I did not have bring any parasites into her. In fact, I believe that all the doctors involved in this should be brought up on criminal charges. Since Kaiser boasts that they have integrity, the doctors and staff have integrity that we can trust, I believe that all the doctors should come forward, and the staff, on public television and take a polygraph test on their integrity as far as medical records and lab tests. This parasite is swimming around in that bottle. You can see the tail moving. You can see the worm squirming around. You can see it feeding. You can see it moving. Right? This is what I turned in. This is what Kaiser says there, that I have no parasites. Something needs to be done. The Sabin Institute is trying to get investors, and I found an ethical doctor that deals with these parasites, but since Kaiser has destroyed medical records and lab tests, I've been going through stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. I don't know what stage I'm in, but my life is in jeopardy from a parasite infection that wasn't treated. And in the future, the ethical protocol for this is for Kaiser to refer these patients to doctors that are experienced in dealing with this. They kept the insurance money that was paid in by my employer to treat me. And to keep the money, they lied on the medical records and lab tests so that the money would not be spent or back charged to other doctors in other facilities that are willing to deal with this. It's no different than stealing money out of my account. It's no different than somebody that works for the post office sabotaging mail. It's no different than someone hacking into someone's computer and dealing with their emails. It's no different than someone hacking into someone's bank accounts or forging anyone's checks. Something needs to be done. If you've had similar problems with Kaiser, you can email me at floydmatthews.jr@gmail.com. That's FLOYDMATTHEWS.JR@gmail.com. I have publicly challenged Kaiser and their doctors and staff to take a polygraph test on public television at one of the radio stations, and this sabotaging lab tests and medical records when there are competent doctors that can deal with this is absurd. It's criminal. It's criminal. And something has to be done. I might also add, I had an MRI, and the MRI shows very large parasites spread throughout my body. And I will have to have surgery, or otherwise I will not make it. I will die. Thank you.